Welcome everyone, we are the Grin brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Shantae. I'm not even sure what this one is called. I did want to know it's Pirates Queen's Quest. I didn't see what this one was actually called.
Switch Force.
My Switch Force mode. I've arrived at a suspicious looking area. There could be space hooligans nearby.
I don't know, it honestly just looks like a ship dock. I'll watch your back, officer.
There's nothing here to go up my butt. Not even the buggy. Ew! I do find it funny how sometimes it's got some very subtle humour and other times it's, well, this is the humour for a 5-year-old, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you can tell that something is smart, when they can have some intelligent stuff in it and then at the same time they can have something juvenile and still be kind of just amusing.
It's coming in fast and at sea level.
I'll handle it.
Yeah.
That wasn't what you said there, but okay. That's weird. The dogs aren't even barking at the, Usually when the dogs start barking, they actually jump up on the sofa in the front room and start having a go out the window, but they're actually barking in the kitchen. Which is unusual. Is there anything particularly the matter, Raph?
Oh, the washing line's fallen over.
Ah, no. We'll have to pick that up afterwards. Mum said to keep an eye on it. Yeah. It's like, I'm not sure how she'd expect us to stop it from falling over when we're out here.
They're probably just barking at the wind.
Yeah. We really need that washing line cemented in. Okay, yeah. Already said it. It's my line.
Yeah, I know. I've got to wait for the controllers to reconnect.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no controllers are...
They usually work a lot better.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm using them.
Yeah. You seem to block a ring. Oh, you.
Great. What seems to be the problem, officer?
Are you feeling okay? Fair enough. Name identification, please.
None of your business, you piece of trash. I mean, it's basically...
Yeah, fair enough. You can,
who I am.
Age. Wait. Eye colour.
Oh no, that's...
I missed out the human colour. Do you have a permit for the giant slug contraption?
How do you get a permit for that?
I'm going to need to see both a vehicle registration and a pet license.
You're not more concerned of the questionable legality of turning a snail into a boat?
That wasn't what you said either.
Why not just leave? I have the paperwork. Time to write in. Right over there. Oh god, that's
what? Where? What did that do? License payment overdue.
Oh, money.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you gotta use the...
Yeah, I know. Okay,
oh,
good job.
Maybe not like that. So yeah, okay, so trying to explain both the things I was going to mention. So first off, leading on to Mega Man, reviews for Mega Man 11 have started to come out. And
yeah, the Joy-Con is definitely lagging a bit.
Maybe it's the laptop. We'll move the, blocking it, because that could be causing interference.
I don't think so.
Well, until today,
I didn't head about.
Until today, my Joy-Con has never had any issues.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know why it would be having issues.
It's because you're holding it.
Most likely.
Hey, maybe it wasn't your friend blocking the electric circuit. Maybe it was you. Maybe you got a metal finger without realising it.
Maybe I'm just...
Or maybe it's karma for breaking your friend's finger.
Built-in Wi-Fi block.
That would explain Kyrus is actually a built-in Wi-Fi block as well. That's why his internet never works.
What terrible cursed.
But yeah, yeah, the reviews for... Oh wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
The reviews for Mega Man 11 have been popping up, and it seems to be that if there was a problem with the Mega Man games of late, it might have been Kenji Inafune, because Mega Man 11 is being received a heck of a lot better than Mighty Number 9.
Ah, who would have thought?
It's pretty apparent that you're no space hooligan.
She's a pirate. The definition.
Also, it seems to be that Shantae has never met Risky in this continuity or something. This is a strange AU, really.
Well, yeah, but this Shantae is also a robot that can't dance.
Mm.
This isn't Shantae, this is an android that's been built by Uncle Mimic. Okay, this red.
I already read
constant.
that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
It keeps disconnecting, Liam.
So this time I'll let you off with a warning.
The definition of a pirate is a seafaring criminal.
But next time, cooperate right away, and save us all a big hassle.
Also, you committed murder.
Can you do
as a
that?
pet. Thank you, officer. It won't happen again. Oh.
Why does she need a slug if she can jump that far? Headquarters, this is Officer Shantae reporting in. The area is secured and on fire.
Roger that. Did you find anything for my butthole?
I don't believe so.
I'll prepare to.
If only I wasn't programmed to be on the lookout for stuff like that.
Please change that setting.
It's like that Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, the Krusty the Clown doll trying to reach the switch on his back says good to evil, trying to switch stuff back to evil. Now it's time for my yeah, you got Homer. Now I think it's time for you to scrub my back in the bath. Don't you dare! No!
I don't remember that.
Of course, you don't seem to remember anything about Simpsons.
No, I don't remember much, to be fair.
What's this? More space hooligans on my scanner?
Why are you here?
I'd better hop to it.
There was no it in that sentence.
Screw it.
Don't you mean screw? There's no it in that sentence.
I'll switch it off. That's really cool.
The ocean kills me because I am a robot. Okay.
That also kills you.
I mean, yet again, I pressed jump and Shantae decided to just run off.
But yeah, so
these Joy-Cons hate me apparently.
So from what I hear, I only watched the Game Explain review of it because again, I'm not a fan of Mega Man anyway. They've added some easier options, and they've generally played the game very safe, but. You know, the graphics do look good in game, you know, the 3D sort of thing, and it's nice that they're actually moving away from the 9 and 10 pixel thing. They've also given Mega Man all of his skills, rather than 9 and 10's let's take away his charge shot and slide because he never had those in the original NES ones.
Why the hell did they do that?
Because he didn't have them in the original NES ones, and they were going like Mega Man 1 to 3 old school with Mega Man 9 and 10.
That sounds like an absolutely terrible
But Mega Man 11 is like, you know what, all these cool powers he has, and by the time of Mega Man 8, let's give him all those. And then they, of course, then added on the gear system, which thing I was hoping for, you know, even though it's a game I'm not going to play, but in terms of what I think is good game design, simply, while he mentions that he's using the gear system to buff up his robots, apparently the gear system is what him and Dr. Light had a fight over.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because it's really an incredible system.
But it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. And Dr. Light said it'd be better to focus on improving robot AI. Hence how he got Rock and Roll created. And of course, you know, ignoring the fact that he completely messed up with Pro Man.
Yeah.
I mean, he made an AI, but he made it so free of will that, of course, it immediately rebelled against him when he realised, oh, I'm just a prototype. Thanks, Dad. You gave me robot cancer. Who would have thought? But, yeah, the gear system, it can either increase your speed or increase your power. The best part...
I feel like this isn't a criminal, but just someone wanting attention.
Do you mind giving him attention?
I just tried shooting them, unfortunately, but... Come on, Joy-Con.
I'll move the table away in a bit.
Wait, I'm pressing jump.
I can move that now. See, the switch was heating up a bit this morning, but
carry on.
Yeah. Dr. Light then because of course, hey, I gave my robots free will. Mega Man asks him to install the gear system into him. And the enemies, particularly the Robot Masters, actually use the gear system. when you damage them enough, they will either up their speed or up their power of their moves.
Oh.
And which I think is a really cool way of look. It actually shows off the gear system being used by the enemies like it's supposed to. I was worried that they'd mention it and then it'd only be Mega Man using the gear system because they didn't want to implement 2 different variations of the boss's technique, normal attack pans. But no, they did, and that's really cool.
Can you see this alone?
My Switch doesn't like you. Let me try for a bit.
I'm scared.
Oh, you can use R. Yeah, you can use R.
Okay, but that doesn't solve my problem.
Huh. Moves just fine for me. You try again. It could be where you're sitting, actually. Anything to matter?
Not yet. Just give it time.
Again, it might be where you're sitting. It might be you. You are the problem. But yeah, it's disappointing. Apparently it's really short, which I don't mind in a game. I actually compliment short games, frankly. But there's a lack of bonuses at the end. Like again, we were speaking about Shantae and Bolo sort of thing. I think it'd been cool, that you don't have, say, Pro Man or Bass as playable characters, unlike they do with 9 and 10, where you could unlock other characters as players in the game. Yeah. Or like Mega Man Powered Up, where Mega Man Powered Up was a bit weird. It was a remake of Mega Man 1, and for some reason they had, you could play as the enemy Robot Masters. That's cool. You can also play as, 9 different versions of Roll. It's like, why do you need that many versions of Roll? I mean, it's cool, but you don't need 9 different versions. You can just play as just Roll.
It's a little weird.
And it was just like, here's Chibi, sort of little girl Roll in a witch outfit. That's cute. But also, here's Chibi, little Roll girl in a bunny outfit. Okay, now you're getting weird.
It sounds like Japan.
But yeah. I actually saw it actually reminded me, I saw a comic of one of the cutscenes in Mega Man Powered Up, and it reminded me of this comic where someone said, the problem with the roll situation is you would different variations of the Mega Man universe, and I mean some people complained about the comic depiction because wait, you're not shipping Mega Man Volnut with Trombone? What the heck? But it's basically Mega Man Volnut with his version of roll, sort of hanging up on the sort of bench sort of couple sort of thing, holding hands. You would the sort of Mega Man Battle Network hanging out with his version of Roll sort of thing. And then you got regular Mega Man and Roll, and you got sort of a person by, aren't you a cute couple? That's my sister! Yeah. Although as people said, it's really awkward how in all these other continuities, they're not related and they often are the sort of main, romance sort of relationship of the game. And then of course, in the actual the first game, they are brother and sister.
How do robots get related?
I don't know. X had 4 children.
What?
There's a comic where Vile says to X at the end of Mega Man and X8, he goes, "You should go F yourself," and then X comes back with 4 children. He's like, "Oh my god, you did!" Because in Mega Man
Z, Vile was dead.
He brought back to life in Mega Man X8. Because that was a cool sort of thing. It's like, after 5 games, Vile's back. He's your main antagonist.
You know what? I dig that, because I actually
really like Vile. He's got such a cool design.
He's got a cool design, and playing
of course,
was a lot of
and
fun.
besides, we're talking about a series where Sigma is back every game.
I guess they are robots, so they can literally just be rebuilt. But
yeah, with basically with Mega Man ZX, which is Mega Man ZX takes place 100 years after the Mega Man X series, where in Mega Man X4, I think it was, Zero, knowing he was knowing he was effectively the cause of what is ironically called the Sigma virus.
Oh, hey, Bolo.
even though it should really be called the Zero virus. And the fact that he is a wily robot. Asks to be sort of put to sleep until a cure can be found for his condition, effectively, to make sure that there's no corrupt programming in him or evil and all that. And so they're like, okay. Then they keep waking him up continuously afterwards, even though he wasn't supposed to be woken up until 100 years later. But that's because they wanted to make more Mega Man X games. But then Mega Man ZX happens, where they're following on the continuity of Zero actually went to sleep, sort of thing. Now they're just kind of saying, oh, it happened after Mega Man X5. Wait, we made an X6. After Mega Man X6, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And but Zero wakes up in Mega Man ZX, and it's like 100 years past. X is dead at this point, but X had 4 children. And of course, not to make things weird enough with X having had children, the one X's daughter seems to have a crush on Zero through the game. He's like, again, robots having children, but that's...
How does it happen?
Me and Dr. Wily fought over this and had an argument, and we just... and that's when we parted ways. So what was... so his program was the gear system. What was yours? I wanted to have robots get pregnant!
Oh, he did make little...
I'm becoming a Wily robot now. I need a maid. I need a failure, a butler, and a maid. I'm gonna build little kidsism.
Yeah, he's got issues.
No, yeah. I need a cancer patient, a butler, and a maid.
It's doing it again.
Oh, doesn't it?
It just started vibrating.
That's Rumble.
No, when I was trying to use the button and it wasn't processing it.
Weird. Yeah, as you click, we're like, and it. Do you want to make this a short episode? We're 17 minutes in.
Sure.
And I finished my Mega Man one, so that's all I've got to say about the Mega Man 11 stuff. Interesting to see that it's, you know, without Kenji Inafune, it surprisingly did perfectly well, and of course the Kenji Inafune led one went and bombed.
Yeah, look. I don't think this is going to work. See, it's fine now.
Yeah, well, it's just fine for me. Maybe it's where you're sitting.
Like, Liam, like a couple inches of space does not make that much of a difference. Not when we're literally looking at the same thing in the same direction.
But it works perfectly fine for me.
No, I think your Joy-Cons are just wrong.
Anyway, cheerio!
See ya.